welcome back to the channel. Yo, it's been a long time since I last recorded. I apologize for that. I've had a little bit of heartbreak in my personal life with regard to my stepmom who got hit by the COVID virus, and unfortunately she didn't make it. So that was rather sad. And also the other reason I haven't been recording is it is so hot in the studio. I've got no air conditioning inside here, and it's in South Africa, in Durban. I cannot tell you how hot it gets in January, February. It is crazy hot. I am boiling. So I'm going to do a quick video today. So I got sent a video from Alex from Typewriter Office Equipment. He sent me this ANET ET4 X2 review for him and have a look at, just put it together, try it out, print it out. I thought let me do a video on it for him. And you can check out Alex in the description below. I've got the website there, and on the screen now the website will pop up. So go out, check out Alex's store, go and check out what they're selling there and the printers that they're selling in South Africa. So they are thinking about bringing the ANET ET4X into South Africa and selling it locally. It's going to be in about the same price range as what the Ender 3 is, Ender 3 Pro, so in that kind of price range. But what you are getting here is you are getting a touchscreen, not the Ender 3 V2, mind you, just the standard Ender 3. So it's a good quality printer. I put it together. I had a bit of fun putting it together. It does come with a assembly manual, this one here. Not all that much detail, I will tell you. So you have to have a little bit of experience on putting printers together. And I decided not to put this together on camera. And I'm glad I did, because I would have embarrassed myself. It took about 30 minutes to put it together initially. And then the final part of putting the what do you call it, the Y-stop on there, I failed on that because I had put these on the wrong way around. So the two verticals, I had swapped them over. I had to disassemble everything, swap them back over because there's two threaded screws where your stepper motor goes into. So I didn't want to show that video, so I decided not to record a assembly video, but it is relatively easy to assemble. It wasn't overly difficult. Follow the instructions and it should be no problem. But then I had a look at some of the features on the printer. So it's got a runout detector, which is really nice to see. I'm thinking that filament runout detectors are becoming more prevalent. And it's also got a glass build plate. Now, if you know anything about me, anything about my channel, I love glass printing. I love printing on glass plate because it just gives that extra smooth bottom, and also not only that, you've also got great adhesion on the on PLA. Now I'm only talking PLA here with regard to PETG and all that. You do need some adhesives to stick them down. You can look at the Vision Minor adhesive that I reviewed previously. You can check it out here. And yeah, that's I love the glass thing. It also boasts to have automatic bed leveling. No, there's no sensors or anything like that. You still have to do manual, but it is assisted through the software where you've got your points where you go and measure. Just note that the image that it shows on the screen is inverted to what you see on your build plate. So another little bit of a strange quirk there, but it's got a pretty decent, pretty good color touchscreen. It came to me well packaged, very well packaged. Everything was very well packaged in the individual things. One thing that was strange, in the tool pack, it did not come with cutters. I found that very strange because you need cutters like this to cut off your filament. So I put the whole thing together, and without any adjustments besides leveling the bed, I didn't tighten up any of the other concentric nuts or anything like that. I haven't done any calibration on the extruder. I just went straight and I printed my first print, and this is what was on the SD card. It printed out this dog. I printed it in very proud to present SA filament. So this is SA filament yellow. I will do a review on this filament very shortly. Proudly manufactured in South Africa. Everything is manufactured here. The only thing that is not manufactured here are the raw materials. But I'll discuss that in another video soon. So SA filament, thank you for sending out this filament. And I printed this dog. And guys, I'm telling you, the quality of this dog is actually exceptional for no work, out of the box, putting it together and start printing. And I've got a really great quality. There's a little bit of fuzziness under under the chin where you got your overhang. So that's obviously just a cooling, maybe a little bit more cooling that we require, or just playing around with the cooling and the temperature. But other than that, wow, this printed really well, straight out of the box, no issues, no problems, just printed straight out of the box. So as I said, it's the ANET ET4X, and it's got the standard build plate of 220 by 220 by 250. When I got this printer, yeah, it was exciting to get a printer into review. It was sent to me on loan from Alex, and it was nice to get a printer into review on the channel. But I wasn't particularly excited about it. It's just another printer like an Ender 3. But I will tell you, my Ender 3, even though I absolutely love it, took a lot of time to tune in. This here tuned in very quickly. It's got a good extruder on it. It's got your filament runout detector. The gap, this is an important one. The gap between the filament runout sensor and your extruder is enough to get your fingers in there. Some companies put them so close that it's almost impossible to extract your filament after you've run out of filament. So I think a little bit of thought went into that. One of the things I did not like when I unpacked it is, if you look at this photograph here, you'll see that the Bowden tube was wrapped around the hot end in packaging, and it crimped the Bowden tube a little bit at the bottom. I didn't find that to be a very wise decision, because your Bowden tube flow is so important for good quality 3D prints. It's a little pro tip for you, that your Bowden tube is one of the most important parts of your filament guide, that if you don't have that set in right and you don't have the right one, you will run into a problem, won't be able to print things like TPU. But yes, other than that, I'm very impressed with the build quality of the printer. It's very simple. It's a basic beginner's printer, and it's not like really professional grade, but other than that, it's got a mini SD card as per normal. But you know, it just all in all is a great little machine, well built, sturdy little body, neatly packaged, neatly put together. So yeah, a great printer. The touch screen is responsive, no issues with the touchscreen, and the printing, especially out of a first print, is quite phenomenal. I was very impressed at this. Let me try remove the base here. Now that's coming away nice and clean, well, cleanish. Okay, so yeah, there's a little bit of dialing in to do with your. They put rafts. They love putting rafts. I'm not a fan of rafts. Rafts create just more work for you to take off. I prefer printing straight onto glass, especially glass. Glass is stunning. To print straight onto glass. So yeah, there we go. Most of it is removed, but the print looks great. A great quality printer, great quality filament that I'm using here, and all in all, pretty impressed with it. They do claim to have thermal runaway enabled, so that will be nice to test and see if they have thermal runaway, but I'm assuming that they do. Thermal runaway is so important to prevent the printer from catching on fire. If there's a failure with the sensor, the temperature sensor, it should stop printing. So we can do some playing around with that. But other than that, the assembly, the cable, the ribbon cable at the back here is great. I think it's a well thought out machine, well assembled. And yeah, there's not much more I can say about it. The 4-inch touchscreen is very impressive, and yeah, not a bad printer. Go out, have a look at the ANET ET4X. Check it out a little bit more, and you'll find that most people are pretty happy with the printer. It's pretty much a run-of-the-mill. There's nothing overly exciting, but if the pricing is right, which we're still waiting to hear what the pricing will be, they can be good quality printers. And yeah, I'm very happy with what I've done so far with it, and just setting it up was easy enough. As I said, it took me a half an hour. Swapping things over took another 20 minutes, so you know, a little bit of a learning curve there. But yeah, other than that, great printer. Thank you, Alex, for sending it to me, and go check out his website in the description below. Now, one thing I want to do is, recently I started getting some Patreons, and I just want to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. So what I've got, the new Patreons that I've got, is Don. Don is from 3Drone. I'll put a link to his website below here. 3Drone is a great supporter of 3D printers and accessories and all that kind of stuff in South Africa. My next Patreon is Kelly. Go check out Kelly. She's just started a new channel called Let's Get Clacking, where she does a lot of stuff with resin and resin casting, and great channel, great fun. I love her enthusiasm, and go check out Kelly. She's got a great little channel there. I'll put the link in the description below. And finally, Jens. Thanks, Jens, for your support from Funkyman Filament. I did a review on Funkyman Filament. Go check out their review in my list, or you can check it out here. And so I want to give a huge thanks to my Patreons. Guys, that kind of support just helps me build the channel. I'm going to be creating a members section shortly where I will set up the members, and it will replace Patreon. Guys, thank you for watching this video, especially now at this time with COVID. Be safe. I'm feeling it very personally. It hit me very close. So my dad got remarried not too long ago because my mom passed away a good couple of years ago. And unfortunately, Jeanette passed away. So in loving memory of you, Jeanette, thank you. And thank you for everything. You've been a great person to know. Guys, God bless you. Stay well, stay safe. Thank you for watching.